Good morning, everybody. Grace and peace to you from our Lord Jesus Christ and all the saints here in Central California. I was going to do an airborne update, but it's a little breezy out today. It's not bad, but it's just enough that it kept my hands full. That windsock right there is normally just hanging limp, and the other windsock where is it? Where the heck is it? It's out there somewhere. I think it's right out there. Um, it's been blowing hard off and on, so yeah, it's just kind of intermittently gusty, which makes it just challenging enough to not be able to mess with video cameras and stuff. So anyway, yeah, I went out and I flew this thing, my buddy James Davis's 1946 Aeronca Champ, Model 7AC. Very first airplane I owned was looked exactly like this, just different colors, but same thing. You have to hand prop it to start it. It's only got 65 horse motor, and that's plenty to get you up in the air and do what you need to do. So I had fun. Not much to update from work this week because it was a short week for me. I only worked 2 days. I normally work a 4-day work week, and I was off Monday and Tuesday, so that left Wednesday and Thursday to actually do work. So there wasn't much time for video. And did I do anything that would really be interesting to you guys? Not really. I added the multicasting statements I need to my to our voice VLANs. Well, I haven't done it yet. I created the script. I'm going to do it on Monday. So maybe I'll show you guys what that looks like. It's like one statement, one line. And yeah, still, the word from Extreme Networks is no multicasting between VRFs, which, if you think about it, just like a VLAN, a virtual router, we don't multicast across routers. We don't go across, from one segment on a WAN to another segment on a WAN. And that's basically what we're doing, in my core network, is creating like 4 or 5 WANs. So I can kind of understand where they're going with that. We'll do that on Monday. Still getting ready for this UPS outage, which sounds like it's not going to be that big of a deal because when engineering found out that their servers would be affected, we have a pneumatic tube system, which I showed you guys a few weeks ago. What else do we have? We have the HVAC server, which controls heating all over the campus. They were concerned that they wouldn't be able to control that. So when we asked them before, they said, "Oh, no, there's no way. There's no way we can do it. It's just going to have to go down." When they found out their servers were going down, they found a way. So they're bringing in the generator circuit into our building, and they are going to run it to. So generator will go to. We have 2 power units on each rack, power strips. I forget what they call them, APUs. I don't remember. So there's two of those power strips per rack. One is going to go to data center power. The other is going to go to generator power. And so that should keep the servers up while the UPS is being replaced. So we should have to do nothing. So I'm going to be the only one there. We were going to have all hands on deck to shut down servers and do this, that, and the other. And we won't have to do that now. So I'll be the only one there on deck just in case something goes wrong. And but I don't anticipate. There's a few network devices in there that don't have dual power. All of my switches do. I had one switch that didn't. I'm replacing it on Monday. I've already created the config. I've already mounted the switch, so I might be able to show you that as well. Yeah, and that's it. The 2, how many are there? I think, yeah, really only 2 hospital services come through 2 routers that are single homed, and I don't own them. I don't manage them. It's for Healthcare Interpreter Network, which is, I don't know if they're up in Sacramento or down in, I think they're up in Sacramento. So those will go down. It's going to be before the only ones that use it are the clinics. When somebody comes in and they don't have an interpreter at the clinic, they can get on the phone and interpret for the person that's coming in. So not generally widely used in the hospital, but very much in the clinics, and the clinics don't open till 8. They should be done by 8, so at least swapping the power over. Sorry, my arm's getting tired. There we go. Yeah, that's about it for that situation. Doesn't seem like it's going to be so bad after all. Once we got engineering engaged, once they started really thinking about it. So anyway, apart from that, there's no new projects. There's nothing new. Oh, I did get a new set of APs, which I can't seem to make work. AP410C is the model number. So I'm thinking there's some infrastructure missing that I have old 3935i APs, which I don't even think are being sold anymore. But those work with a special DHCP setting, and apparently these new ones don't. So I'm thinking maybe there's a DNS setting or something that I need to look up and find, but I haven't been able to make it work yet. So I've asked my sales engineer at Extreme if he can help me out yet, and no answer yet. So I'll be banging on him. If he doesn't answer, then it's to the sales engineer, and he always gets results. So yeah, other than that, there's not a whole lot going on. It's my day off. It's Friday, so I went out and had fun. Too windy to fly my pink parachute, so came out here and flew this, and found out it's awful darn windy just for flying this. It's really not that windy for a pilot that flies more often than me, but for us once every 2 week guys, especially since I don't own that airplane, I don't want to prang it. So we'll take good care of it. And speaking of crazy contraptions, this one isn't. This is a beautiful airplane. I love flying this thing. Here is a crazy contraption. Would any one of you guys like to fly that? It's a gyrocopter. Look how high this thing. Look how high this thing is off the ground. I mean, it literally comes up to my stomach at the bottom. You can't see it from the camera angle. I'm sure you can see my stomach. Yeah, it's a crazy contraption, and hats off to the guy that's gonna fly it. So I don't know if you guys know what a gyrocopter is. Most of you do. Some of you might not. It's basically similar to a helicopter, except that there's the main rotor that goes up there isn't powered. It's driven by wind. The power comes from this engine, which will have a propeller mounted right back here, and the propeller pushes it forwards. Forward motion through the air spins the main rotor. The main rotor spinning develops lift, and that's how they fly. So similar takeoff and landing capabilities to a helicopter, but not quite, and I just don't trust it. And if you want to fly something sexy, there you go. And that's for sale, I believe. That's very similar to the first airplane I built. That's an RV-8. I built an RV-4, but they look very similar. This is just bigger than my RV-4 was. And my RV-4 had a canopy that tilted over on the side. This is a sliding canopy. It slides back that way. So anyway, also not my airplane, so I'm not going to mess with it. Not my hangar. So that's all I got this week, guys. Hope you didn't mind the low level of network content. But I got to do life this week, so that's what I'm talking about. So as always, if you like what you saw, click the subscribe button, click the notification bell, and God bless. We'll catch you guys all next week. Signing off from Oakdale Airport, where the ground meets the sky.